Okay. I phoned this drug trial company, and she thinks that we're living really long right now. That because of their industry, they think that they've actually helped people by giving them drugs. And it's like, can you see your insanity? And um, for example, I said, well, what are you testing out? She's like, we're working on gout. And it's like, well, there's a cure to gout. Why do you need a medication? And she goes, well, I know there's a cure, but nobody wants to do the right thing. So we need to give them a pill. And it's like, well, what's the right thing? Well, proper diet. She said for every single thing that they find a drug, there actually is a cure to it by just living a better lifestyle. But she says that nobody wants to do the right thing. And I said, well, is giving people a pill so they can do the wrong thing the right thing to do? And she's like, I'm busy. I got to go back to work. Like I'm finding more people that are saying, people don't want to do the right thing. So I got to do it for them. And it's like, but then can you see that you're not doing the right thing? And I went last year, there was this girl, because I'm trying to find like minded people in my area. And there was this light worker, this girl that lives right across the street from the hospital, and she's like a natural healer. So started up a conversation, and really we're on the same page about a lot of things, but she had a lot of fear. Her whole being was about fear, and um, kept telling me about all of the ways she's so fearful about everything, that people have ripped her off and people have taken her for granted. So now she just listens to her inner voice and all of the signs that tell her whether she's doing the right thing or not. And so we were getting together, and she was a writer and wanted to write a book, and she was in complete agreement of writing this book. And so we were, met, and she was like, every time I met with her, she's like, there's a sign there, a butterfly had went by, and she was saying in her world, butterflies, when they fly through, when she's trying to figure out if it's a good thing or not, when they show up, it's always a good thing. So she constantly had all of these signs that says, this is the right thing for me to do, to be writing this book. But you know what she did? She said, no, I'm not going to do it. And it's like, well, everything told you that this was what you should be doing for yourself. Not me. I ain't telling you. I only want the right person for the job to do the job. So if you're not the right person to do this job, then you're just not the right person to do the job. I'm okay with it. But I find it odd that every part of that conversation she was saying that this is something she knows she should be doing, but then decided not to do the right thing for herself. And then complains about every patient that comes into her. She can see what the right thing is for them to do, but they never do it. Everybody that comes in to see her for healing, well, the majority, none of them will follow through on her advice. And she's basically goes around saying nobody really wants to do the right thing. And yet she can't do the right thing. Go to this drug trial company that says, oh, yeah, there is a cure for everything else, but we need to give a pill to people because they don't want to do the right thing. They don't want to do the right thing by not selling people poisonous pills. you know, they can't do the right thing. We just do what the pharmaceutical world tells us to do. And she kept bringing up psychologists, well, maybe you need to go to a psychologist. And it's like, well, a psychologist does nothing but sell pills that you research. They don't know nothing about the brain or why people are doing the things they're doing. Otherwise, they kind of look at why they're doing the things they're doing. I mean, I went to see a psychologist just to see, is there any help out there? Or, mostly because of this smoking thing. And this psychologist, all he wanted to do was tell me how master he is at his pills. He knows medication inside and out. He's got such an education. He's the master of the pill world. And yet he's a psychologist. He's nothing but a drug dealer. So it's like, why would a psychologist give out drugs? Isn't drugs a bad thing? Isn't addiction a bad thing? And I really, really love these prescriptions that go out. These are non-addictive. I watched one of these Dr. Drew's addictive rehab show that he's got going on, and it's like they want people to get off drugs, but when they come in there, they want to give them drugs. But the drugs that they give them say, well, this is non addicting. You're going to need it for the rest of your life, but it's not addicting. If you need it every day, then that is addicting. It's not a pill that actually works. It's a pill that you're using to block a problem you can't deal with. There's one girl that's on that rehab thing, and she's really going psychotic. And he's saying, well, I can't even talk to her because she's so psychotic. It's like, well, what good of a doctor are you if you can't talk to a patient? If you can't get yourself in the same mindset as she is, you're kind of insane yourself to think that you're a doctor and can know where people are coming from. You need a pill to make them dumb enough for you to talk to, which what are you going to be doing, making any sense when they're on drugs? You know, like you get people on drugs so that they can make logic sense to what, get off drugs or be on drugs for the rest of your life? Because that's what this Dr. Drew is saying, is like you're going to need medication for the rest of your life. That's what doctors do, is they tell you, they get you addicted to friggin' drugs. And what do? They profit. What does Dr. Drew do? Profits. You don't give a shit. You know, some of the people that have done, a lot of people that go through his rehab center are now dead. So how good is Dr. Drew? But he's got a lot of money saying he's a good doctor. Patients are dying, but he's a good doctor. Just makes no sense at all. Why is it nobody wants to do the right thing? And that's what I was telling her. This girl is, well, don't you think it'd be better research to find out why people aren't doing the right thing? Like, I mean, wouldn't that be a pill you could sell if you figured out why nobody wants to do the right thing? Because I'm pretty sure everybody wants to do the right thing. They just don't know how to do the right thing. So maybe they need some research into what makes people not do the right thing. And she goes, yeah, that would be really great. Everybody would kind of want that, but we got to do it the pharmaceutical world. That's because that's where we get our paycheck from. It's like, okay, so you don't want to do the right thing because you get paid to do the wrong thing. She kind of agreed and said, I got to get back to work. How in the world do you apply for any jobs when you know all of these jobs are the wrong thing? I would like to get back to work doing the right thing. So I'm kind of looking forward to the project that we're working on. That will, you know, it's kind of pointless even talking to any of these people because they don't want to do the right thing. They you know, they have no clue how to fall into their purpose. They don't know about their full potential. Even talked with this one church when I was talking with the dentist. They said, well, here's a free nonprofit dental place. And it's like, oh good, I'll give them a call. So they were religious group. And it's like, oh, there's always a religious group there to save the day all the time. So I was asking her, why don't you get rid of the reason why I need your help? And she's like, I'm all for that. I would love it so nobody had to come in and need our help. And it's like, okay, so what are you doing about the causes of everything that you're doing? For free dental, what are you doing to make sure that dentists aren't charging extra fees so they can have their big house and be greedy? Are you doing anything? No. You know, so ended up having a big long conversation with her. She was in total agreement with everything I said. And, you know, I asked her if there was a solution, you know, global solution. Would you be interested in it? Yeah, sure. So I told her a little bit of what I'm working on. Total agreement with everything I said. So then she got information on how, okay, I can take a direction to do the right thing or be the hero and have all of these non-profits that just sustain problems. And you know what she did? It was really nice talking to you. Bye. I was like, no interest in doing the right thing whatsoever, because I'm pretty sure if somebody was in the business, oh, a religion that wants to do good for public, if a solution crossed their paths, I would say I would want a meeting and let's meet up and let's do something. Let's get on this. Let's fix some of these problems. No. Nope, even religion wants to be stuck in the problem. So it's like, uh, from me, what I see is try and talk to the problem is pointless. They'll never get it. They'll just think that I'm crazy because they're crazy. So, they would perceive anybody with a different perspective as crazy, just like I think they're crazy. Um, so I do think that the healthiest direction is building the path so that they can go and apply for a different job. Like, so that's where I'm thinking is just focus on these websites that we're doing and this water concept, and then we'll have enough money to start funding some really good ideas, some new businesses that need to be started so that we can go and apply for jobs at better companies. Because right now, I can't find one company that I could work in and not see the harm that they're doing on humanity. So it's like hard for me to earn a living. So it means that we need better jobs out there that you can go and apply for. So, and I don't see any of these crazy elite people doing it. So it means that we got to do it ourselves. We got to suck the money out of the people who have it, and we've got to transform it into a structure and a system that actually works. So that's where my focus is. I may go off path once in a while, but it was me going off path. It was pointless. It was completely pointless to talk with people that need to, make their living by selling drugs or by killing people. Like, are they comfortable knowing that they're killers? No. They kind of get offended when somebody says, "Do you know you're killing people for a living?" No, I'm not. Hell, even my MP, the girl that's working the desk, her husband is a corporate lawyer. He represents these big CEO psychopaths for a living. And she says that he does a great job for society. And it's like, representing the rich guy, destroying the planet is always a good thing. Yeah, he's doing good. I see insanity everywhere. Time to get a little sane. You gotta laugh at it. At the end of the day, if you get pissed off, the stress will kill me. So you just gotta laugh and look at the challenge of time to create something new. That's all it means, is get to work and do something different. So I will get to it. Peace out.